Howdy NVL bloggers, Kyle and Remy are here. It's our first video of the year and we figured we'd throw a little something else your way in 2013. We are at Derby High School and we are proud and pleased to welcome in Coach George French. Coach, how are you?
Good, very good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. It's a new little thing. We'll see how many coaches want to join us. We know some people pretend like they don't read our blog. We'll see how many want to join us. Coach, Derby this year, had a nice pretty strong finish last year. I know that Thanksgiving game got away from you, but towards the end of the year, some strong performance, especially from your offense. Did you feel like you had a little momentum coming into this offseason, that Thanksgiving game notwithstanding?
Honestly, even Thanksgiving Day, the kids came out, they played really hard. They played well the whole game. We outgained Shelton, and we really played very well. It's just unfortunate the turnovers killed us, but coming off that, the kids worked really hard this offseason. They had the momentum like you're talking about. They really want to see if they can get themselves to the next level.
Tyree Small is going to be talked about as one of those best running backs, probably in the area, not just in the league. You were talking to us off camera about how much stronger he looks this year, faster, stronger. He's put on some muscle. What have you seen from him in the offseason?
Tyree is really taken over. He is one of our leaders. I think he's one of our captains for this season. Tyree bulked up. He's about 213 pounds right now, and he didn't lose any speed. So, I mean, he put on a good showing at UNH over at camp, and he's been just as tough in camp right now.
You got other good pieces of that offense. We were talking to Joe the Shot was on the sideline with us earlier, and he's looking around the field, and there's skilled guys who had experience last year who are back, including your quarterback, Mike Krieger. Give us a sense of what that offense is shaping up to be.
It could be special. I mean, we have a lot of guys that can contribute this year. We got a lot of guys who have been sophomores, juniors that have played in the system, learned it, didn't get a lot of time, but really know how to run the routes, know how to block, know what they have to do. So it could be a very special year. We got our quarterback back. We've got Frashino and LaRue back, who started first last season. Got some kids that we didn't feel that were ready for varsity yet, but can really help us this year.
I know Rem's been taking a look at the schedule, and he's interested, particularly your first 2 weeks.
You have a couple of, I'd say before week 3 and week 4, you have some pretty good opponents on the schedule. You start out here against St. Paul. We all know the best player on that team, and who that is, the quarterback, Logan Marchi, who will be heading to UConn next year. Talk a little bit about how much you have to prepare for the passing attack of that team, and then talk a little bit about facing Holy Cross. I know you probably, you mentioned prior to the video that you probably haven't faced them ever. Just give us a sense of what that's going to be like facing a new team, and these kids obviously seeing that team for the first time in their careers.
Well, St. Paul, everyone knows Logan Marchi. So, I mean, anytime you face a Jude Kelly attack, he's going to be throwing. You know what's coming at you. Logan's a special player. And there's no doubt about that. You make a mistake against Logan, it's going to hurt. But there's some other athletes on that field. They're going to be able to run the ball a little bit. So, I mean, I know everyone talks about Logan throwing. They're going to be, if they're able to run the ball, they're going to be scary. Holy Cross, they bring back this Pendarvis kid that I've been hearing a lot about. I got to see a little of him last year, and I tell you what, he's an excellent ball player. He's a very good DN. He's a good running back. He could be special for them. So the first 2 weeks are going to be very competitive weeks. They're going to come at you. We got to bring our A game.
New guys to the program. You were talking over the offseason that you're excited about some new offensive linemen you have coming in. Why is that the case, and who do we have to look out for?
Well, we finally got some size. I mean, you've seen over the years, we have probably the smallest line in the NVL, but the kid named Jose Santa Maria, he's a bigger kid. He's 250 pounds. Charlie Sampson. There's some great players that are coming up that are coming up from that freshman team. So we're excited. There's some size. That's what we're missing in Derby. We don't have any beef. We finally got some.
All right, last thing. What is it going to take for Derby to be successful this season? I mean, you got Ansonia ahead of you in the division coming in, but a playoff spot not out of the question probably for this team. What do you have to do to be successful?
We have to become veterans in a hurry. We're young. We are a young team. We're going to have a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors playing this year. If these kids can grasp the system, jump all over it, and come out swinging, come out aggressive, and play as a team, we'll be in good shape this year.
And Rem, we're going to be here week 1 for that St. Paul game. Should be pretty exciting. We'll tip our hand right now. That's probably going to be our game of the week to start things off. So check out the preview of the Derby Red Raiders also in this post. Coach French helped us out with that, so make sure to check that one out, and hopefully we'll be able to track down some other coaches to throw along some of this in our post. So stay tuned, NBL Blog. Exciting preseason, and we'll see Coach French here in week 1.